Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. Today's mug says courage and kindness. I'm going to be a little shady for a second. I'm not just having coffee this morning. If y'all know, you know, I made a pound cake the other day. So I'm having coffee and cake with the amazing Tea Street this morning. Mm, mm. Yep, it's good. I'm going to delve right in so that I don't hold you long, but hopefully I hold you strong. There's a Moorish proverb that reads, put something in so you can get something out. I say make a deposit so you can make a withdrawal. A few years ago, many years ago, I was in college and, I had a nice little job. It wasn't a nice job and it didn't make a whole lot of money, but I made enough money to travel a little bit. I was on my way to New York because I was going to see a play with some friends. And I got my paycheck, but I didn't have time to go to the bank. Back then, you couldn't take a picture on your phone and make a deposit. You had to actually go into the bank or go to the drive-through and deposit your check. We were running late and we're going to miss our flight. So I said, well, forget it. I'm just going to go. And, I'll handle it when I get back. Well, when I got to New York is a very expensive city, if you don't know that. I was a college kid, not a whole lot of money, but I did have a paycheck that was uncashed. I got to New York and realized when I went up to the bank machine, I put my little debit card in to get some money out. Good morning, Stephanie, to get some money out. And when I put it in, it was like insufficient funds because I had asked for $100. And I didn't realize that I didn't really have a whole lot in there. And so I was like, okay, let me go down to $80. It was like insufficient funds. I was like, look, let me drop down to 40. Cause I know my friends will hold me over till I get back to Columbus. $40. It was like, what part of you ain't got no money don't you understand? So I did the thing that I dreaded doing most. I swallowed my pride and I called my mama. And I explained to my mom what had taken place, that I was in New York with no money, that I had intended to go to the bank, ran out of time, didn't make a deposit, didn't put my check in the bank before I left. And so consequently, I didn't have any money and I was going to need her to wire me some money. Well, if you don't understand because you're young, what the wiring system used to look like, it wasn't a cash app where you could drop it quick. You literally had to go to a little place and have somebody send you money, and they had to pay extra money to send you the money. And so, yeah, it preceded Cash App and Zelle and Venmo. It was old school Cash App and Venmo. Somebody had to wire me some money. So my mama started laughing. She thought it was funny. I didn't find anything funny about the fact that I was stuck in the most expensive city in America with no money for the weekend. And my mom said something profound to me. And I knew I was going to get a lecture. That's why I didn't want to call her. But when she hit me with it, all I could do was own it. And I've owned it every day since then for lots of facets of my life. She said, if you didn't put anything in the bank, what made you think you were going to be able to get something out of the bank? Now, she eventually acquiesced and sent me some money, but not without the lecture and the lesson. If you don't put something into your life, what makes you think you're going to get something out? Or what makes you feel entitled to? If you don't put something into your spiritual life, you don't get any spiritual rewards out of that life. And when life is hard, you don't have anything to withdraw from because you haven't made a spiritual deposit. If you don't put something into your health life, guess what? You don't have a health reservoir from which to draw when health is failing. A lot of people who get sick die easier because they're already unhealthy. So put something into that facet of your life. If you don't invest in other people, is it a surprise that when you need people, no one's investing in you? Because you can't withdraw friendships that you didn't invest into. If you haven't set up a friendship account, you can't take anything out of a friendship account. If you are critical of young people, but you never sow a seed into young people, I need you to shut your mouth because you've not made an investment from which you can make a critical withdrawal. If you've not invested in young people, you can't critique them because they can't hear your voice because you've not put anything into the young people account up front. And so when you get ready to say something to them, in other words, make a withdrawal, they're looking at you saying, you dear, have insufficient funds in this account. So I'm here to tell you today, as my mother said to me, if you didn't put something in, what made you think you were going to be able to get something out? Good morning, Gwendolyn. I'm here to tell everyone, including me, make investments today that you can rest on the dividends from tomorrow, but certainly make enough investment in your own life today that you have something from which to withdraw tomorrow. I'm the amazing T Street. There's nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. The question is, are you making deposits or simply expecting withdrawals? I'm going to let y'all go and drink this coffee and eat this pound cake. Have an amazing day.